Hey, hey, everybody out there, making sure, here we go. Let me see what's going on. All right, perfect. We are up and live. That is what I like to see. So I'm sitting here, I'm over in the Tampa office. Man, when you get that view of your hair and whatnot looking through, definitely a good one. You don't realize after a hard day at work here on a Saturday, uh, man, just whew, how much it takes a toll on you. But yes, definitely, you guys, I am glad to be here today. Um, Actually, I'll let you see the new backdrop at the office. I've been wise-strapped, hashtag wise-strapped doc. So everybody out there, actually, I'll sit a little off to the side. Not gonna lie, that is actually kind of cool. I like that thing here. Oh, but yes. So I don't have my wife with me today doing reading, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of reading and looking at everything myself. So hopefully bear with me just a little bit today. But let's see, how are you guys doing? How you guys doing? I'm seeing some South Dakota, some dang Newcastle all the way out in UK. How you guys doing? How you doing? Hi, can you permanently wise strap me? I would love to permanently wise strap everybody. Today is actually today was an amazing day here at the office. Had a lot of really good patients, and it's always funny because the patients, when they come in, they have no idea what it is going to feel like when they get the wise strap, and always terrifying to a lot of people out there. And they get it done, they're like, "Holy crap, that was amazing! I can't believe I didn't do this sooner." But yeah, so today I see Jim out there. Jim, I am over in my Tampa office, Tampa, Florida, and I was seeing patients out here today. So figured I'd do a nice little live chat with everybody. And, I always like answering questions. And if anybody has anything that they want answered, I can definitely help going over things with you. So let's see. Hola, Doc, ¿cómo estás? Bien, bien. ¿Y tú? I speak a little Spanish. I used to speak it actually very well, but I can get around in the office asking people, pain, issues, problems, flip, do this, do that. But Spanish got a little rusty. I'll get that back soon, now being out here in Florida. But let's see, what is it like getting your back cracked? Well, getting your back cracked, I am not going to lie, getting it done by someone like me or some of the docs that I refer to and train up and whatnot, it is a heck of an experience. Let me tell you that. Patients, they come in, they're just feeling crappy, down, in pain. I go through those ranges of motion, and it just troublesome. But yes, when they leave, oh my God, are they feeling absolutely amazing? So I'm saying, man, we got Virginia, we got Argentina, Brooklyn, New York. So today I'm at my Tampa, again, guys, I'm at my Tampa, Florida location. I have three offices. We've got Tampa, Florida, we've got Atlanta, Georgia, and we've got Greenville, South Carolina. So I go around between the offices and like getting patients adjusted. Atlanta, we also got Dr. Trey out there. Dr. Trey has been crushing it and been freaking helping people all the time. So love getting people out there as well. But let's see. Oh, here we go. We got Guatemala. Oh, and as I'm still reading, thick girls getting back cracked. ah, yeah, we get all sorts of people. Everyone coming in with pain and issues going on. My goal, I just like getting people pain free and feeling great, being at their optimal level as they can be. And I mean, that's the goal. I like to share what I do, obviously. With YouTube has been a huge platform for me to be able to share what I do on, and the amazing results that I get. A lot of times people have gone to multiple chiropractors and they get no relief, and everyone thinks that every chiropractor is the same, which everyone is different. It is a skill, an art, and a passion too. That's the biggest one, is a passion. You can definitely tell the difference between a doc who works somewhere and a doc who just loves what they're doing. But let's see. So reading a couple of the questions here. Okay. When did you find your interest for chiropractic and decide that's what I wanted to do? Gosh, it was years ago. So I've been a chiropractor now going on 6 years, and I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, gosh, time flies when you're having fun. Um, yeah, I knew that I wanted to be somewhere in the medical field. I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And when it comes to chiropractic, there's a lot of times you can help people at a way earlier stage and actually keep them from some kind of surgery or whatnot and way down the line. So chiropractic, I feel like I can actually get to people and really change people's lives with what I do. Let's see. Oh, greetings from Bosnia. How you doing? How you doing? Pray for Ukraine. Yes, definitely pray for Ukraine. My wife is Ukrainian, so we've been having, gosh, the news has been on at our house quite a bit. Always just kind of watching the updates, everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. But yes, definitely pray for Ukraine. That is right. Okay, let's see. Is there things I should do to prepare before a cracking session, like drink extra, shower, exercise? No, honestly, when I have my patients come in, I mean, just comfortable and let me do the work. I always, I use a massage gun. I like to relax patients before an adjustment, so I relax everything, and then we get into the adjusting. And let's see. So I got another question. If you have rods for scoliosis, so they're talking about Harrington rods that have been inserted by a surgeon to help completely straighten the spine. So, which you would imagine would have been a pretty severe scoliosis if you're getting that done. Can you still get your back cracked? Yes, you can. There are different ways, and definitely going to want to see x-rays and see where those Harrington rods are at, what level, um, going up, going down the spine, see where things are at. But yes, you can still get adjusted. Definitely going to have to tweak the adjustment because some things you won't be able to do. But I have had patients with Harrington rods come in, and as long as I see exactly what's going on beforehand and I observe their x-rays and whatnot, yeah, I'm comfortable in adjusting patients with the rods in the spine. But yeah, so let's see. Argentina, hello. I suffer from low back pain, especially when jogging or lying face down in bed. Any diagnosis or advice? A lot of the time, that low back pain, people are working, people are just putting a ton of stress on their back. Um, Hard to really go through diagnosis without seeing a patient physically in the office and having them go through different orthopedic tests and ranges of motion. But I mean, for me, I get patients with low back pain all the time, literally daily. I probably had like 8 patients today that had low back pain that I helped with. And yeah, it's crazy what you can see and what you can get with the results here. Let's see. Just to confirm, you now have an office in Atlanta, Georgia. That is correct. So the office in Atlanta, it's Smyrna. So if you guys are familiar with the area, it's over by where the new Brave Stadium is at, off of like Cobb Parkway. It is. We're literally zero point 0.5 miles from that stadium. So it's funny because when I go over there and it's a game day for the Braves, they use my parking lot for yeah, like for an event, and they like they go to charge for parking, and so many times I go in there, I'm like, no, 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 I'm like, my office is right here, like, and they'll let you in. So if it is ever a game day, don't worry, you don't gotta pay that ridiculous charge for parking for that. But let's see here. So yes, I do have that office in Atlanta. So anybody out there looking to get adjusted, we got Dr. Trey, who's been seeing patients Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays over there. So if you just go to the website ystrapdoc.com, you can check it out, check out the schedule and the available appointments. And yeah, you definitely are going to have quite a bit of relief after seeing him. But let's see, what do we got here? Anybody have any questions? So I'm kind of scrolling through on what is going on. Let's see how I should come to Vancouver, British Columbia, and give them the Y strap experience. You know what? I would love to. The only thing, Canada has a completely different set of boards compared to the United States. So for me to go out to Canada, I'd have to redo another set of boards to pass the Canadian boards, and then I would be able to see patients out there. So I know a lot of people don't realize, as chiropractors, we have to pass 4 parts of national boards, for America. Some states require a physical therapy board, so a kind of a fifth board. And then each individual state, you have a state board, that you have to go through as well. So it's not the easiest, getting your license in like every different state, because even like right now, we have our, like every 2 years, you have the continuing education hours, and they don't all I can't do one class and it covers everything. So I've got to do so many more continuing education hours just so I can cover the different states where I'm actually licensed in. But yes, so let's see here. Thank you. So excited. I've been waiting to see you all. Yes, yes. Oh, Strap in Israel. Love you too, Danny. I mean, I would love to actually go out there here. It's beautiful. Puerto Rico, man, I haven't been to Puerto Rico in a while. Got a lot of friends that live out there too. So Puerto Rico, definitely love going out there. A ton of fun. Any Y-strap docs in Pennsylvania? Technically, as of right now, I'm not sure. I haven't trained any, personally. A lot of the times you get a lot of docs that do use the Y-strap technique. It's hard just finding them. I know at times I'll have patients kind of call around and they'll find a spot. But yeah, as of right now, I haven't personally trained any docs out there. I've got doc in North Carolina, over in Asheville. I got a doc up in Chicago area, and then another out in LA area. So them 3 docs are very, very, very good docs. And actually, I got to get them back up and on the website again. I had the me and as funny as it is with social media, I am not the most tech savvy person out there. So trying to do things takes me a little bit longer to figure things out, but they will be up and back on the website very shortly. Let's see. Where do I live right now? I am actually out here in Florida. Been loving the weather. I do 3 weeks here out of my Tampa office, and then I do a week in South Carolina in the Greenville location. So I travel a little bit, but definitely have fun with that. Do I play any games? Actually, yes, I do. I am so I was born in the '80s, grew up playing Pokemon, uh, as a kid, loved the cards, the trading, this and that. But yes, so I've now got my 4-year-old son loving Pokemon, and we play Pokemon Go. And then I've got the Nintendo. I'm used to the Game Boy Color, like that's the OG for me, playing red or blue. But now we've got that big Nintendo thing. I don't even know what it's called, but I'll play that with my son, just trying to teach him and show him my passion, that I have with Pokemon. Let's see here. So, do I have any connection to any acupuncturist? Personally, I don't. I do love acupuncturists though, and what they're doing. A lot of the times, um, when it comes to a lot of the like muscle issues, going in with the dry needling, they can really do wonders. So, dry needling, massage, chiropractic, physical therapy, all of those do go hand in hand together. I'm never one, and I can't stand when people try to just say, "Oh, this is like the best thing to do," and then try to bash every other profession. Everyone, when it comes to a certain kind of pain, you don't know what is going to work for one that might not work for another. So I feel like practitioners should actually all be working together. And I tell people all the time, if I would recommend acupuncturist, I recommend physical therapy. I've even unfortunately had to recommend orthopedic surgeons at time. I get a lot of X-rays sent to me, and when you see some things that are just so far gone, I'll have sometimes patients come in, but also at times, you will have to do that orthopedic referral as well. So it does happen. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I've been loving the weather and loving the freedom, not living in a liberal state. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, DeSantis keeps things very well, I would say, for businesses and whatnot here. I know in other parts, I'm originally from Michigan, and I know I get a lot of patients from like the northern states, and it gets rough, with the mask mandates and the closings and whatnot. Um, yeah, I'm glad with living here. It's a lot less lenient compared to others, but yeah, that's kind of why I chose to live here. I enjoy being outside. I enjoy going places. I definitely enjoy my freedom, so can't complain with that. Let's see. All right. Do you think a scoliosis can be fixed if a person is really determined to fix himself? Yes and no. So I would say yes on the fact that if you catch a scoliosis when somebody is young and technically you've got two different types of scoliosis. It could be a idiopathic or like a more of like a functional or structural scoliosis. Functional would mean if maybe a slip and fall, some kind of accident trauma that moved the spine out of alignment, and now muscles are pulling differently, so one side will pull more, creating a scoliosis. Or if you got more like a structural scoliosis, which would mean an actual like born with it could be like a hemivertebra, which means like instead of like each vertebra sitting straight on top of each other, one is literally on an angle. That is going to require surgical intervention when it comes to that on a structural. But I do get a lot of patients with functional scoliosis. I can help them quite a bit. Also, some things you got to take into factor is the age of the patient. The younger you are, the earlier you catch it, definitely the better the progress can be on it. Depending on how bad it is, might depend on you might need more than just obviously chiropractic adjustments. It's going to be chiropractic, it will be physical therapy, it'll be strengthening and stretching. There's going to be quite a bit. But if you're determined, yes, I've seen scoliosis, is pretty bad ones too, and younger children actually straighten up quite a bit when getting older. Let's see here. Hey Joseph, when is the next video coming out? So I am actually going to do a video this evening. I'll have one drop. Um, I've got a couple here that I can choose from. So my wife and I do the editing for YouTube, and yeah, we try to get things up and out there, and then we gotta go through and thumbnail and title and tag. And I mean, as you guys know, I have a ton of fun with the thumbnail titling and tagging, things like that. And yeah, so we've got some videos going out. I know it's hard at times keeping that consistency, especially I don't know if any of you guys are parents out there. I have two little ones. Actually, my son turns 4 tomorrow, and then I got a little girl who's about to turn 2. So when you got two little ones, they are definitely a lot of work and require a ton of attention. So I know I am going to be getting back. I want to start doing 3 videos a week, like three new chiropractic videos a week on YouTube, and then I would love to at least do one live video every week, and I'm gonna try to do the Saturdays. So one live video every Saturday, and that's typically going to be after I see my patients, and I'll get something up and going, kind of how I did today. And then I would even like to do, which this one would be more on my wife getting a compilation video done. I know a lot of people just like to hear the cracking and whatnot, and don't, I guess, necessarily care as much about the story or backstory of what somebody's going through. They really like that ASMR cracking. So I'll try to get one of those on. So my goal is 3 new videos, one compilation, and then one live video. So the goal is about 5 videos a week for YouTube is what we're going to be shooting for. And let's see. Let's go to some of these comments over here. Let's grab something. Let's see. When am I going to be in Georgia? So I am in the process of getting that license obtained in Georgia. Even right now, a lot of things have been backed up when it comes to getting state approval on things. So you got to resubmit all your test scores from graduation. You got to submit so many different things to them. So eventually, I will get licensed out there. I'm not sure when. But as of right now, you do have Dr. Trey, who's out there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and he's got video. I finally got him to start a YouTube channel of his own. So Dr. Trey's been doing things out there, which is good. And let's see. Yes, I need a full adjustment from you, boss. I got you. I definitely got you. That is exactly what I do. And let's see, will Y-strap work with MS patients? Yes, I have had MS patients. I think I even did a video or a few videos on MS patients. So if you go through and just like if you're searching through my videos, literally type in MS and you'll should be able to find at least one or two of them should pull up right away. But yes, I have adjusted patients with MS. Let's see, how normally would I recommend people getting the adjustments done? So my goal with everybody that I see, goal is getting people to about 4 adjustments a year. So about every 3 months, just getting realigned, just getting the spine and the nervous system acting and working properly. Now, granted, some people are going to be needing a few more adjustments. If you come in and you're in pretty bad shape, I might do like 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, and then push out to the 3 month. So it just kind of depends on the person and symptoms and things like that of what one is experiencing. And then, am I in Greenville, North Carolina? No, I'm actually in Greenville, South Carolina. So if any of you are familiar with Greenville, South Carolina, it's definitely a cool little area over there. Kind of halfway between Atlanta and Charlotte. So if you're cruising up 85, you'll go Atlanta, then Greenville, and then going into Charlotte. How long does it take to become a chiropractor? Basically, how much schooling is needed. So obviously, after high school, you'll need to get a bachelor degree. Now, in that degree, it doesn't technically have to be anything specific, but there are a few specific classes. There's some biologies. Um, what did I have to do? There was some bios. Biochem. Gosh, there were a few tough classes that were really needed before you could get into the program. The program itself. So I graduated from Life University, which is out in Marietta, Georgia, basically Atlanta, Georgia. And it was roughly about a 4-year degree. Technically, they have you do it in about 3.5, but that's like doing full load. So I would say it took me about 4 years to get that done on top of my bachelor degree. So all in all, I was in college for about 8 years. I think, well, my bachelor took a little bit longer because I was working full time. So I think I was technically in college for 9 years, and it's tough. I can tell you that. A lot of people think chiropractic school is easy, which it is not at all. And trust me, there are a lot of people that kind of fell out and realize that holy crap, this is not just as simple as cracking a back. There's everything that you've got to learn about what you're doing, why you're doing it, what levels. You got to know every nerve pathway, just every little thing about the human body. So there's a ton that you've definitely gotta know and learn before becoming a chiropractor. How much does it cost? Adjustment wise, so I charge 200 or 300 depending on if somebody wants to get filmed. And Atlanta, we do 100 in adjustment over in Atlanta. And my thing is, so patients that I see here, like in Tampa or in Greenville, I might only see somebody the 4 times a year. So at 200, so it's $800 for the year in getting adjusted. Whereas I know a lot of people out there, if you've signed up or have done chiropractic care, it can be very, very costly. So I feel, with my work and what we do and the relief that people get, my goal is always just getting people, as healthy as possible and living pain free. Those are things that I really strive for. Let's see. All right, going back to the questions over here. Okay, Joe, are you into soccer, the real football? Actually, I am. I played soccer my entire life growing up as a kid, up in Michigan. So I played travel. Uh, Back in the see now, I don't even know what they call it now, but back in the day, I played on what was called the Michigan ODP, the Olympic Development Team, and or Olympic Development Program. And so I played for the state of Michigan for 1987s, and basically when I started getting, I played high school, and when it came to going to college, I turned down my scholarships that I had, and because at that time it was like, what was I going to do? MLS at the time was not big, um, which now who knows where life would have taken me if I would have actually taken accepted scholarships and gone into the MLS. I got a few buddies that actually still play, which I know they're obviously a little bit older, they're mid 30s like me. And yeah, so it would have definitely been a different life if I would have gone that route. But yes, I am definitely a huge soccer fan. Okay, let's see. All right, sharp tingling pain in upper thighs. So depending, I mean, if you're talking upper thighs, more front, more back, could be partial sciatic. I know a lot of people hear that. Also, if it's more on like front or side, there's a nerve called the lateral femoral cutaneous, and a lot of times that, if there's pressure on that nerve, that can cause, and that'll typically only stay in the thighs and won't really go down. Whereas sciatica, people feel it going or can go down all the way to somebody's foot. So could be one of those issues. Let's see. Mom has fibromyalgia. Do I have any recommendations for her? Fibromyalgia is such a tough one because it's kind of an unexplained thing. Patients get what's considered like a cape-like pain distribution pattern along going like from the neck going along the back. If you picture a cape, you can get flare-ups from almost anything. Could even be inflammation causing it. There's so many different things. It's not really like a pinpoint certain thing. Yes, I have had patients that have came into the office that were on fibromyalgia medication, things like that. I get them a ton of relief. It's just one of those things where needing to kind of find the trigger, what really kind of triggers it. Could be stress, it could be, like I said, the inflammation, dietary. So there's a lot of different things when it comes to fibromyalgia. Okay. Is self-adjusting bad? So I wouldn't say it is bad. Even for me. So in the mornings I wake up and I'll toss a leg over the bed and in the low back, and I'll get things kind of moving, and I stand up, bring the shoulders back, and I'll hear a couple pops in the thoracic spine. I'll turn my head each way, and every now and then get some movement up in the cervical spine. The one thing that I kind of like to tell people when it comes to self adjusting, I'm not a fan of like when you like take your chin and like and like just like retch it over to one side. That's about the only thing I'm not a big fan of. Just because you don't really know what you're moving, you could be over moving something else, and that's about the only one when it comes to like the self adjusting. Okay, let's keep going. What do we got? Has anyone ever told you that I look like Chino Moreno? I have not gotten that one. I am definitely gonna have to look that up when I get off today and see what that is. Do I lift weights to get ready to adjust? No. By the time I'm done with patients, I mean, it's funny. So anyone when they come to the Tampa office, like today, my wife, she's always freezing because I keep the air conditioning really low. I keep it at 67 in here just because I'm getting the workout every time I adjust. Like I get into it. I don't half-ass nothing. I'm really just in and involved. So I definitely don't need a workout beforehand. I get my workout, lifting patients up, bringing them down. It puts a toll on my body as well. So it's a good workout for me. Let's see. Yes, Luca, I do have Italian origins. Family is from, so we're in Sicily, which I've been, but gosh, it's probably been like 15 years, I think, since I went to Sicily. part in Chinisi and Terracini, a little bit. Gosh, I mean, this was so long ago since we went, but yes, um, family is Italian in origin and Sicilian in particular. But yeah, I've been. I don't speak Italian. I can understand it. It was like one of those growing up, and parents don't want you to know anything. They kind of speak things behind your back, but I still, because I know Spanish quite a bit, I can still pick up a lot of Italian as well. So I'm pretty darn good with getting around in Italy or in like Spain or Mexico. No issues with that. Let's see. Yeah, MLS is a good league. Yeah, Premier League. Yeah, of course, is where it's at. Yeah, Serie A, of course. When it comes to soccer, like, I'm not gonna lie, I love the MLS. There's a ton of great players. Um, I wish it was as big as, European leagues. Um, I know, like, I'll tell you right now, I've been to a few Atlanta games, and wow, that stadium gets packed. I feel like there's more people there than for a football game. But yes, I'm definitely a fan of soccer. Let's see. So we're getting more comments coming in. Am I interested to work outside of the US? So it depends where you're at, just depending on what country requires what kind of um, not degree but license. So just depending on what country that you're in. I know some of like the third world countries don't even have any kind of laws or rules or regulations, but Europe, I've never even checked into what the laws are in different countries in Europe. Um, Maybe one day I would do a little tour. I would definitely want to wait until everything is a little bit more kosher in the world. Obviously, no craziness going on, no wars. That's for sure. As of right now, you're not really going to see me leave the U.S. anytime soon. Let's see, what do we got on here? Are you aware that you blew Dr. Tubio up like how Drake does people? Dude, Dr. Tubio and I, we are very good bros. We graduated together at Life University, and he was actually the one who introduced me to my wife. So I had definitely no issue in helping him start his YouTube career and social media and whatnot. And he also is a great adjuster as well. So I definitely do not mind helping out a friend. That is for sure. Forgive me, but I don't want a female chiro doctor who has little muscle. My former chiro was never able to crack my hip into place. I need muscles because my issues need strength. Honestly, it really depends on the person. I'm not gonna say, like, a female chiro isn't as capable of doing anything as a man because it's definitely not true. I've had some teachers at Life University that fricking rocked my world with adjusting, and then I've also had some people that because of, they're a little bit more petite, they had more of a low like a low impact type adjustment. And I'm not gonna lie, me personally, like when I get adjusted, I like to get rocked. I like things actually getting moved. So it really depends. I would never like bash a woman chiropractor because I'm not. A lot of times they're gonna get you even better because they make up for strength with technique. So their technique is usually better. Let's see. All right. And I got a question. Is neck cracking dangerous? To an extent. Yes, it is. I mean, any field has any kind of issues that you always got to worry about. In the neck and the cervical spine, you have to worry about what's called the vertebral arteries. That's the one thing that people hear of when chiropractic adjustments are done in the neck, and they hear vertebral artery dissection. Now, granted, I am not sure what chiropractors are doing to dissect an artery like that. I have no idea. I've never seen it done. I've never done anything like that to a person that I have no idea what they could be doing. But a lot of the times when that is to happen, there is a lot of extension and rotation involved. And a lot of the time, so when you want to do that cervical adjustment, you want to get somebody more into flexion when doing that adjustment. So um, when it comes to the Y strap, the one thing that I love about that, so I know the Y strap looks terrifying on camera, but it's actually one of the safest adjustments out there because it just pulls in the Y axis and there is no twisting, bending. There's no way that the vertebral artery can ever get dissected because it's a straight pull. I would say if coming to the Y strap, the only thing that could happen to somebody is a muscle ligament, like a sprain strain type thing, is about the most that could happen to somebody. But let's see, let's go back to the questions over here. So I'm reading one right here. I have back pains just below the shoulder blades in the middle of the back all the time. When I crack myself, it's good for a little bit, but always comes back. What can I do for the long? Um, Honestly, I have a lot of patients that come in with that, like right in between the shoulder blade, like issues right in there. Um, you can do I mean, obviously, I would say, of course, come and see me or come and see, definitely one of the docs that I recommend that, of course, number one. But two, like things at home, foam rolling or rolling with, you could do like a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, and kind of pinpointing the area and just getting movement right around in that center of the back. That's going to be a big one. A lot of the times, what can happen is so where the scapula sit on the ribs, the scapula starts to adhese onto the ribs into the front. So if there's adhesions and the scapulas aren't moving how it should, a lot of the times that's going to create pain, kind of like in that rhomboid area. So if you can get the scapula kind of up and lifted off and get like a good massage or even some different type of techniques, like you'll see like with the blade just getting up and under and kind of removing some of those adhesions, that might actually help unlock that mid back. But personally, I love chiropractic for those mid back issues. Okay. Operation stop with the muscle comments. Let's see. Oh, so I see this one out in the Netherlands. I'm not. I wish I knew somebody overseas that I could send patients to. There's one doc in Italy. So he's actually a DO, an orthopedic doctor, and he's one, Doctor Giovanni. He's definitely one where I have actually recommended patients to. I know he's based out of Italy, but he does a lot of traveling. He does a lot of seminars. He trains and teaches a lot of chiropractors and DOs on adjustments and manipulations. He's actually a really good one for students out there trying to learn different techniques. He's a good one to watch on that. So overseas, he might be a good one for you if you're actually really need an appointment. He is definitely pro Y strap. It was funny. So way back in the day when I first started YouTube and where Y strap adjustments were, they looked real crazy and there was something new, online. He was one. He actually came out and publicly like bashed me and tried to come at me about doing the Y strap. And it was funny. About a year after, he reached out to me again and apologized and said that I can't believe the results that I'm getting. He's like, I tried it and started using it on my patients, and he couldn't believe just the changes and results he was getting. And so he reached out, apologized, and we actually became friends. And we kind of reach out every now and then via Instagram and whatnot. But yeah, he's definitely a good one if anyone's out in Italy needing something done. Let's see. I am a female veteran and have been to two female chiros in West LA, also female at Cleveland Chiro College. Only the men have been able to crack things into place. No offense intended. No, I mean honestly, to me even it doesn't matter if you're male or female. There's a lot of like patients of mine who have gone to other men, and they're like, "Oh, I was told I'm a very tough adjustment, and people couldn't get me." And they lay face down on the table, and the first adjustment is like, "Brrr." And I'm like, dude, I'm like, you're not hard. They just, it doesn't. It's technique. So a lot of the times, like I was saying earlier, females have a lot better technique. They can make up for muscle, and a lot of the times you don't need to throw a ton of muscle into it. Getting somebody in the right technique and getting them to like right there, like bringing them to tension, that is actually more, um, how should I say it, more beneficial and makes a easier adjustment on a patient. Let's see. Any Y-strap docs in Chicago? Yes, there is. There is a really good doc. He's like right outside of Chicago. Dr. Mohammed. Um, Definitely, I'll have him up on my site pretty shortly, and I'll send a mass email out to everybody who's ever left me a message via my website, ystrapdoc.com. Yes, Dr. Mohammed is good. I've sent a lot of people there and I mean, he gets a ton of great results as well. So if you're needing Y strap in Chicago, I definitely have somebody for you. Let's see. All right. Is there an age limit on the Y strap? Technically, no. I've used a Y strap on some children, but a lot of the times children are a little bit more afraid of hearing their bones crack and pop. And typically the only times I'll use a Y strap on, somebody younger is if they come in and they have quite a bit of a scoliosis. Then I'll do something a little bit more aggressive because we need to get things straightened out. But even then, I will definitely let the parents know, let the patient know that like you're going to hear a lot of cracking. Trust me, you can be sore. Typically, like even with my own kids, like I said, I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I've never used a Y strap on them. I've adjusted them. I adjust them weekly, but I don't use the Y strap on typically on kids. But I would say no, there's not really an age limit. Just kind of depends on if they really need it or not. And let's see. Why are chiropractors in Canada scared of the Y strap? Actually, not are. There was one or two out in Canada that I know that are using the Y strap, and they're doing really good with it. I personally haven't trained them, which I technically like. I don't really. I can't even remember their names, but there are some out there in Canada that do the Y strap. It's just trying to find them is really the only issue. But yeah, yeah, Canada with everything is definitely a little bit different. Not that the Y strap isn't done there. It's the healthcare in general in Canada is just a little bit different. Let me just put it like that. All right, let's see. I've got a question. Any advice for me before starting a DC Doctorate of Chiropractic program this fall? Yes, my advice is definitely going to be so in starting off, find a good group of students that are like going to, trust me, you'll see, going to classes and taking good notes, and you find a good group and you study with that group and you'll go through the entire program together. You guys will all build off of each other. If one person miss some kind of note, somebody else will get it, and you study. Basically, when you're in school, you're going to have your group and you're going to do everything together. You're going to study together, you're going to go to classes together, you're going to eat together, you're going to work out together. Everything is going to be done with that group. It's so funny, but like at Life University, every group has like a little clique. And granted, I mean, everyone's still friends with everyone, but you'll see when it's time for studying, yeah, everyone kind of like they group off, they get in their own group. But yes, find a good group and stick with it, and you guys will make it through. But it's definitely team effort and helping each other out because it is not easy, let me tell you that. Let's see. All right, have I thought about visiting West Coast Arizona, Vegas area? Actually, I have thought about doing Vegas area. I started my um My license for Nevada, I'm not even sure where I'm at with it right now. I think I just got like my transcripts and paid the fee right now. But there's quite a bit more that I'm gonna have to do. But yes, I would actually definitely love to do a weekend or something out in Vegas, once I'm licensed, and once that is, official, I will set something up on the website and obviously throw that out there for people, in the Vegas area, that if they want to get adjusted, I'll do like a little pop up weekend or something out there. But yes, I have definitely thought about that. Um, Vegas, because I don't know if you guys um, ever watch, but my sister does a gambling channel, and her husband, it's Lady Luck HQ, and she's in Vegas quite a bit. So I was almost thinking one of the times when she's doing an event out in Vegas, I'll do a chiropractic event. So kind of, family, sister and I, we get to see each other and each have a little bit of fun. She does her gambling, I do my chiropractic. But yeah, she was the one who inspired me to do YouTube and whatnot. And actually, funny thing, my wife and I are starting a gambling channel as well. So for me, all right, growing up in Michigan, we've got a lot of casinos in downtown Detroit, and that's kind of one of the fun things to do. So we grew up with hitting downtown and going to the casinos and whatnot. So where I'm at in Tampa, we've got the Hard Rock in Tampa that's near my house, and I figured, we're there already once or twice a month, just to have fun. So we are actually going to be starting like a Dr. Cipriano gaming type channel, like slot machine channel, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with that as well. So soon I will be posting and showing videos on that. So it's just kind of a little hobby, a little fun thing to do with the wife. We do a little bit of betting between who can win more money on with $100 each or something like that. When it comes to husband and wife, you got to come up with creative ways for like date nights and things like that. So we'll do videos on who can win more with $100 in 20 minutes, and whoever comes back with more money gets to pick the date for whatever our next date night type thing is. So there's definitely some fun with that. But let's see, going back over here to the comments. Your videos are awesome. I find myself binge watching at least 2 to 3 times a week. Well, thank you. I enjoy putting videos out and just kind of showing the world what I do. And a lot of times I'll get patients in here that they've been binge watching, and they're realizing that, holy crap, I am in a little pain. Let me try this out for real now. And yeah, so they get some relief, and then are like, holy crap, I've been watching your channel for years, finally came in, and they love it and they wish they came sooner. Let's see, will I come to Chicago? Possibly. I mean, I do have, like I was saying earlier, Dr. Muhammad out there. Illinois does have some weird licensing when it comes to, well, I know chiropractic out there, so possibly might do something. But technically, that is one of the states that I have, a doc out there that I like to recommend. I may or may not possibly down the line. I would say you'd see me in Vegas before you'd see me in the Chicago area. Let's see. What should I do to fix my pinch nerve? My right hand gets tingly when you stretch. A lot of the time when it's like that, I mean, you can go through, and a lot of times people will do the pulling, but you'll only get that temporary relief. Um, Honestly, even today, I had a patient that had bilateral hand numbness and tingling, and one pull of the wire strap unlocked everything. Hand stopped tingling. Hands went from being slightly cooler to actually starting to warm up. Like she almost started feeling like the blood flow back into her hands. So that wire strap is absolutely amazing for any kind of pinch nerve. Let's see. Oh, somebody's saying, I bet you are born in February. No, I am actually August 24th, which makes me, what is that, a Virgo? Yeah, Virgo. August 24th was when I was born. So yeah, what am I going on? 30. I don't know, anyone out there 87. I try to tend to forget how old I am now. In my head, I still feel like I'm in like my mid 20s and I'm actually like mid 30s. So I kind of kept, lost count. I there's nothing to look forward to anymore. So yeah. So when August comes around, I just try to pretend it's not really the birthday month and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, somebody, I live in Greenville, South Carolina. Cannot wait to make an appointment. Yes, yes, I am at my office in Greenville. I go out there, so I'm out there one weekend or 1 week a month, and then the other 3 weeks I'm here in the Tampa office. So, yeah, if you go on the website, you'll be able to schedule an appointment. I think in about what is it, 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be back out in South Carolina. So eventually soon. So yeah, if you take a look at the site, I know that the South Carolina office books up quite a bit just because I'm only out there for like that 1 week. But yeah, if you see anything, or if you don't, um, send a text to the to my office manager, and she'll be able to usually add a patient on, either the first patient of the day or last patient at the end. Let's see. Oh, I somebody on here is saying, "I believe you will help show off praise to walk again." So show off praise. Anybody out there who's seen my videos about the quadriplegic, getting adjusted, um, absolutely amazing, amazing person. Very inspiring. His story is crazy about what he went through, and ever since he became a quadriplegic, he got hit by a car and basically left in the street. And after seeing me for a few visits, he started actually getting sensations in his legs, and he's now actually has some hope and some drive, where he feels that, through a right rehab that actually deals with, quadriplegic and paraplegic, he feels that, he might actually have a chance of walking again. So definitely ecstatic that I was able to help, bring some feeling and sensation back into his legs. And, I don't, it's not like a specialty of what I do, getting, people walking again in that sense. There's clinics, rehab clinics that's all they do. And that's what he found a really good place. And I know he's been saving up for it, to finally go into that, but definitely crazy excited that I was able to get him to that point where he's feeling sensations and actually has the drive now of, holy crap, I could walk again. Like, so that was actually something that was really amazing, through chiropractic care, being able to help somebody like that. That's always such a good thing. Let's see what else we got. I'm scrolling down on some of these comments here. Yeah, all of my friends and family know me as a chiropractor, since I've been adjusting them from what I've learned from watching you and other chiropractors. Honestly, you will learn, like, you'll technically learn a lot watching videos and watching different techniques that people do. Um, yeah, when it comes to school, you're gonna learn the actual reasoning on the adjustment and like the physiology of what you're actually doing when making a chiropractic adjustment. Um, Trust me, it's intense learning it, but it seems like you're passionate about what you do. So I truly have no, nothing to say. Like I can already tell that you'll do good at being a chiropractor because you seem passionate and wanting to learn, and grow and whatnot. So I think you'll end up being actually a really good chiropractor. Let's see. All right. I've watched the journey of the man you were treating with severe hyperkyphosis. Oh, you have it too. Oh, his okay. Yours is postural. Nice to see his progress. Yes. So Joel has been the patient he was referring to. So he came in very badly. So instead of his back, roughly being straight, he came in and it is very kyphotic. Um, in nature. And then a lot of the times, what happens is the ligaments that is surrounding his spine start turning to bone, and that is causing that hunched forward posture. So really the only things to do are, some adjustments, I mean, aren't even going to do anything because it's the area has turned to bone, but what movement he has left between the chiropractic adjustments, and then he does a lot of stretching as well. It's changed his life, his attitude. He's not in pain constantly anymore. So that, like, he's another one where it's just been amazing to, to be able to help somebody like that and help change somebody's life through, the chiropractic adjustments and through the Y strap. So definitely great videos. So if nobody's ever seen the hyperkyphosis and whatnot, definitely videos to check out. You should see his progress has been absolutely amazing. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody. What do I recommend for someone's mother having arthritis in the hands and back and legs? How would I treat her or recommend? So, when having arthritis, just depends on how far advanced arthritis is. Number one thing, first and foremost, is going more towards an anti inflammatory diet. You're going to want to bring down the inflammation in the body that arthritis has been causing. A lot of the times, when arthritis builds up, the hands get very inflamed, very like poofy and whatnot, and very sore and painful. So diet is going to be the first one. Once you can help control that inflammation, then getting a little bit of movement in those joints. Now you always got to look at where the arthritic has built up at, and depending on what you can do adjustment wise or not do. But yeah, you want to get rid of the inflammation first in the body, and then regain motion into the areas. So like at home, I would say diet, and then more of like a yoga stretching type thing first, going from there, seeing the progression, and then going and seeing what a chiropractor can further help get you along as well. So let's see, who does my technique in Detroit area? To be honest, and it's funny because, so reading that, so Detroit area. So I'm from Shelby Township. So I know, like you out there saying Detroit area, I know you probably know exactly where I'm at. I grew up there as a kid, graduated from Oakland University, did my bachelor degree there. I personally don't know anybody in Detroit area who does a Y strap, and I haven't been back, and actually it's been a few. Actually, it's been about a year or two, I think, since I've been back, and yeah, I know. Trust me, I've got all my family and whatnot. So it's like when I come and visit, I would always have like my portable chiropractic table, and just like my family and whatnot, I would adjust. But yeah, it's been a hot minute, and personally, there's not a doc that I've trained in the area yet to refer you to. A lot of the times, I'll tell people, especially right now in Michigan, it's cold, dude. Make a trip down here to Tampa, Florida. Take a nice little weekend, check out clear water, get some warm weather, get a tan, come in, see me, get an adjustment, and then head back to Michigan. That's why I like having the Tampa office. I can get people from the north on vacationing and whatnot. So that's been a good thing for me. And let's see. So I'm gonna grab like two more questions here. Um, oh, somebody, I look like a rabbit. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I would say bad, but I don't know. Haven't really seen rabbit, but okay. Um, oh, Optimus. Yeah, I see you. Make me a moderator. Actually, I should. I got to figure that out again. I know. I get things in here, comments in here, which are always funny. There are some keywords that get flagged, but yeah, I'll eventually. I'll reach out to you, Optimus. I could use. Yeah, I know. I feel like at times I get a lot of comments. They're like, "Man, where the timestamps at?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. What happened to Optimus? Where's my boy Ben?" Ah, let's see. How much is a Y strap? I need that ASAP. So in my Atlanta office with Dr. Trey, we charge 100 an adjustment, or in my Greenville or Tampa office, it's 200 an adjustment. And then let's see here. All right, doctor, thanks for taking the time to answer my questions and giving me advice. You are very welcome. Just anybody out there, if there are questions that I did not answer, send me an email if Dr. Joseph Cipriano at gmail.com. If you send me an email, anything that you have a question on or whatnot, I can get into it, like dive in a little bit more in depth on things and be able to send, recommendations, videos, pictures or whatnot to really help somebody out. So anyone out there who has really a little bit more in-depth questions or is going through something pain wise or a family member friend etc whatever, yeah, let me know. I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. And definitely, so next week on Saturday I am looking to do another one of these live session. So I hope you guys out there watching enjoy the live session. Typically, I'll be doing it after I see patients, so it might change a little bit in time, but I'll definitely kind of throw like the scheduled link, and I'll put things up on the community board, and then I always put things up on like Instagram or Facebook. So anybody out there watching, just know next week Saturday I'll be doing another live, and any questions I can go over then, or even like I said, if you send me an email, Dr. Joseph Cipriano at gmail.com, I can definitely go in and answer questions a little bit more in depth from there. But I just want to say thank you, everybody for watching. I'll be dropping a new video tonight. It is actually, what time is it right now? All right, 5:30. Yeah, I'd say right around 7. About an hour and a half from now, there'll be a new video dropping, and hope you guys like it. Have a good one, everybody.